Here's all the Amazon camping gear I can't live without. There's a ton of stuff here, everybody, so I'm gonna start from the left, work my way over here, no order at all. Let's hop into this. Right here's an air compressor that connects right to the battery of your vehicle. Not necessary at all, but I feel way more comfortable when I have an air compressor on my setup. I'm able to air down my tires, air up my tires, fix a flat. No issues there. It's just nice. It makes me feel better when I'm out on the road. This crazy thing right here is actually a diesel heater. It's a game changer when you're camping in cold weather. We've used this in -2-degree weather before, and it's fantastic. It runs on diesel and only takes a little bit of power to keep the glow plugs hot. This setup has helped us a ton, and I just winterized the truck. So all the summer stuff came out, including the AC and the paddle boards, and the diesel heater went in. Since when you're up in the mountains, it can get very cold. Also, this tube you see here does not come with any of the diesel heaters that you can get. This is a Vevor diesel heater. Mine didn't come with it. I got the tube on Amazon as well. I duck it right into my tent, and it keeps the fumes from the diesel heater burning out of the tent and pumps the hot air into the tent. So this diesel heater, if you want to see me actually use this, I did a whole video of it up here somewhere. I'm going to post it. But you can see us use this. It was a -2 on top of the mountain and it was a snowstorm. I was actually so warm in the tent that I was sleeping in my boxers. I don't know why I'm holding this wire. It has a few different heat levels. I usually keep it around about 2 or 3, and it barely uses any fuel when you're using it like that. Next up here, we have the main part of my camp kitchen. This is a Coleman Grill. There's a ton of them out there. Nothing's really specific about this one. I've had it for about 2 years, and we use it daily, twice a day, 3 times a day. It's held up fantastic. I have no issues with this. Then right here is a cast iron. I think no camp kitchen is complete without a nice cast iron. I use this all the time. I cook all kinds of meals in this. Alfredo, cheeseburgers. I'll throw it right in the fire, cook on it like that. Definitely a must-have in your camp kitchen as well. Next up here, no camp is complete without a way to chop some wood. This little hatchet is awesome. It's a Gerber hatchet. It's very sharp. I'm able to cut up nice pieces of kindling. I'm able to get tree branches out of the way on the trails. Can't tell you guys how many times I've used this. Then in the handle here, pretty sweet. Give me 1 second. Let me pull it out here. Oh, and the handle is a little saw. So if you come across a branch on the road and you don't feel like chopping at it, you can saw it off like that. Nice to have with you as well. Put it back in there. This thing rocks. I just keep it in the back of my truck at all times. Oh, that was supposed to stick in the ground. Next up here is this small steel fire pit. It folds down completely flat. I keep it in my deck system in the truck. This is great for if you get to a camp spot, you don't have a fire pit, or you're somewhere that maybe fires are a little bit frowned upon, but you still want a little one. It's great for making a little fire. There's actually a cooktop that goes on top. I have it over there. I wanted to show you guys that you can't really put too much wood in this. So it's great for little fires, keep you a little warm. This steel holds that heat in and pushes it out. So it's also nice for cold weather camping, so you're not letting all that hot air escape a big fire pit. I wanted to show you guys, this is what it looks like, the top of the grill here. Stick that right on there like that, and you can move it around any way you need. Still put wood in your fire. Ash and I have cooked some hot dogs on there. It works really well. And this is how compact it is. It is pretty heavy because it is steel. It's probably about 50 pounds, I would say, maybe 30 pounds, but it's got some weight to it. Probably lasts you forever. No camp setup is complete without a good trusty flashlight. Right here is a Trustfire MC3. They sent this out to me a couple weeks ago. I've been testing it out, and it's now my new favorite EDC camping flashlight. It never leaves my truck. I have it right in the visor. This thing is super bright. Probably just blinded the camera. Small, compact, durable. It's all metal, and it's got a cool little magnetic charger. This thing has been a game changer. I'm able to drive around at night when I'm looking for a camp spot. Ashley takes this light, aims out the window. She can find me a camp spot that's clear because at nighttime, it gets pretty dark. On the topic of batteries, this doesn't take any conventional batteries. It actually has like an 18650 variant battery. I don't know the exact terms. It's not an 18650 exactly, but it's rechargeable, so you never have to take it out. Like I said, it's got that magnetic charger right there. Super easy to charge. You don't have to worry about bending that cable or water getting in there. I love that. It has 3 different modes. You can have it on candle mode, super bright mode, where it lights up everything. Honestly, I love this flashlight. Thank you guys at Trustfire for sending this flashlight out and helped me find a brand new flashlight that I love. And here's a clip of me using it last night, lighting up this whole area. Since we're on the topic of EDC and things that never leave my pocket or nearby in the truck, here's my EDC knife. This is a Civivi. I love this thing. A nice wooden handle here and an awesome Damascus blade. Love this thing. I feel so cool when I'm out cooking and I cut up some steak with this knife. I don't know, I'm a guy, I think it's a nice little knife. It's my EDC. On the topic of knives I've got from Amazon that stay in my camp setup here, this is the Husk camp knife. I don't honestly know if this is a butcher knife. I use this to cut up steak, cut up chicken, cut up vegetables. This is a great kitchen knife, honestly, and it looks so awesome. When I'm making aesthetic cooking videos for TikTok and stuff, it just looks great. Honestly, a very nice built knife. I love this thing. 10 out of 10, sharp. I've beat the crap out of it so far and it's still very sharp. Next up here is going to be a reliable source of fire. You can use a couple different things. You can have waterproof matches. I do have some of those, a typical Bic lighter, but my favorite here are these torch lighters. Super reliable, always dependable, and you can get wood caught on fire very quickly with something like this. On the topic of fires, I wanted to show everybody this. With us living out of this truck, we've kind of transitioned away from weekly adventures and living out of it, so space is crucial to me. Even to the point where I don't even want to carry full length marshmallow and hot dog sticks. This is a collapsible telescopic hot dog stick thing. Honestly, we use this all the time. It's dirty. You gotta get one of these. Great addition to your camp setup. Another great addition to my camp setup has been this small foldable table here. Since space is so crucial to me living out of the truck, this thing folds down super small. It's aluminum, so it's durable. I'm not partial to any of the brands on Amazon. They all kind of copy each other. So that's why you see me not really mentioning brands too much. There's a bunch of different companies that make this. I either go with what one is cheaper or has the best reviews, but these small aluminum tables are a great addition to anybody's camp setup. If you just want to be able to set a couple drinks on there, set a laptop on there like I do, because I work out of the truck, whatever you need to set there. When you're out on the road and you don't have a table in your camp spot, you're going to regret it. And this just makes camping so much better. It's the little things that make the experience better. As I just mentioned, I do work out of the truck full time, so I need to have a good source of power. There's a couple different brands that I recommend, one of them being Jackery. This is the one Jackery I have bought myself here. This is a 290. It's not that much power, but it's great for a weekend trip. Not enough for me to be working out of it, but it's great to power lights, power your phone, power little things. Honestly, this is a great little unit here. There's a couple different brands, like I said, on Amazon that make budget ones. I have a bigger one that I use, kind of. It's not very reliable, so I'm not going to mention the brand in here because I can't recommend you buy it. I just basically use it because it's what I have. And then I have a custom built battery box in the truck as well. But power is pretty crucial to me when I'm out on the road because I work out of it. I know that a lot of people frown upon having power when they're out on the road and out camping because they just want to unplug and get away on the weekend. That's not how I prefer to do it, only because I can't. The main use of this Jackery is powering the diesel heater. I'm able to run the diesel heater for about 2 days off one of these. If I have the power on about 1 or 2, it runs it great. It's reliable. I've never had any issues. And when I'm out camping in the cold, I need something that's going to be reliable so we don't freeze. So that's why I speak so highly of the Jackery setup, because it's never let me down. On the topic of power, we use solar mainly, well, at least as much as we can, weather permitting. This right here is a foldable 200-watt panel. When I originally bought this, it was $219, which made it a very good budget, almost a little bit more than $1 a watt. It's actually gone up in price now. It's almost $300, so you might want to look at a different foldable unit. But this is the All Powers foldable 200-watt panel. It folds up very small. It'll fold up to the size of one of these panels. Use it all the time. I've never had any issues with it. It's actually really, really efficient. I've got about 197 watts out of this in perfect condition, so that's really good. Most of these panels, especially these foldable ones, are all over the place. They can be rated for 200 watts and you can only see 150 sometimes. So I've been very impressed with this. I've actually beat it up pretty good, taking it out of the truck, unfolding it, putting it in the sand. It's held up really good. I will list this below, just like everything in this video. It'll all be in the description. I'll try to find some cheaper ones for anybody that I recommend if you guys don't want to pay that $300, because that is getting out of the budget for $1 a watt, and that's kind of what I stick to. Looking up top here, if you're more of a DIY type of guy, we do have another panel that I run on top of my truck. This is a 100-watt Renogy panel, and it's also really efficient. It only cost me $87 when I bought it. It might have been on sale. It might go up in value, but these 100-watt panels are pretty great. Also really efficient. I've usually see on peak efficiency, I've got about 97 watts, so that's really good. Usually a 100-watt panel, you can expect to only see about 75 watts. So being that I've been able to see 97 out of this, I'm really happy with it. And it's a great budget if you just want a solid mount panel for maybe a trailer or something like that. Now let's talk about seating. As I said before, space is a big deal to me. This seat right here packs down extremely small into this bag right here, and I'm able to shove it right underneath my back seat, and it doesn't take up any space. Compare that to a Walmart chair or some of the more expensive chairs that take up an arm's length. Pretty great. This chair holds me. I weigh 230 pounds currently. I'll show you that it holds me. Watch it break right now. It'd be hilarious. and it's very comfortable. It's reliable. We've had it out on the beach and I have no issues with it. It's aluminum, lightweight, comfortable. I wouldn't recommend sitting in it for like a month, but for a nice little weekend trip, sit by a fire, it's a great chair. It also has a small little cubby hole here for your phone and a pop holder, beer holder, whatever you want to call that. Very versatile chair, lightweight, 10 out of 10. I forgot to mention, guys, when I was on the topic of talking about the camp kitchen, that this is what I use to power my camp kitchen. This is a 5-pound propane tank. A lot better and more efficient than those 1 pounds that you can get from Walmart. There's little green ones, and you can refill this. So you don't have to keep throwing them out. It lasts a lot longer. The longest I've had this last is about a month and a half, and that was with me using it 1 to 2 times a day. So it's a lot more efficient than the 1 pound units, and it costs about $6 for me to refill. It's a lot cheaper than those 1 pounds. A lot of people always ask us, since we live out of this truck full time, how we use the bathroom. We get it all the time on TikTok, on Instagram, so I'm here to show you guys. Again, this is from Amazon, it'll be in the description. This is a small foldable toilet that I put biodegradable bags in that I'm able to bury, and I don't have to worry about it then. They don't stink. Good bags. I'll have the bags linked in the description as well. This toilet is awesome. It can hold an elephant, they say, but just to show you guys, it does hold me. You got to be a little agile, you know, to get down there. If you got some tight hips, I'm sorry, but works awesome. Ashley uses it, I use it. It's a game changer when you're out for more than 3 days and you got to use the bathroom. You know that camp food will go right through you sometimes. Again, I forgot to put this in with the camp kitchen setup, but this is small, collapsible, foldable camping stove stuff. Other than my cast iron I use these pans right here to cook up everything else I need. Everything fits right in there. I don't want to take everything out. But these are great. Again, small, take up not that much space, and I'm able to cook a full spaghetti meal in one of these pans, anything I need. And it's not that expensive, so that's always a benefit. A ton of different brands make these. I just found the cheapest one with the best reviews, and it's been holding up really good. Next up, I want to talk about a little bit of safety here. I always recommend somebody have a first aid kit when they're out on the trails. You don't need a giant one, but this is the one I carry. I do have another small one in there. It just has Band-Aids, some little stuff like that I can show you guys. It's not super crazy, but it's well packed in there if you get hurt hiking or you need to help somebody out on the trail. It's just one of those things. It's better to have and not need than need and not have. So got this on Amazon as well, and it's pretty cheap and everything's in there. Works great. I've only had to use a couple Band-Aids in there, but they worked great. They stuck. Next up here, guys, is a way to carry some water. This is the water we use for a camp kitchen setup. I use it for dishes, use it for cooking, use it to brush my teeth. It's been beat up. I've had it for 2 years. It's a pretty budget setup. You can get this anywhere. You get it on Amazon, wherever you want to find it. It's 6 gallons, must have for when you're out camping. Be honest with everybody, everything in this setup is used and abused. I'm not one of those people that just have stuff in their truck. This stuff has been used heavy for at least a year. So if I'm showing you it, it's pretty good. With that being said, guys, I actually just got some new lights to go around the tent here because the ones I had before broke. These are a little bit bigger and brighter. They're LEDs and they're USB powered, using about 5 watts of power, so that you can put them up to about any little power bank and it'll last for a long time. The outside is plastic, so you don't have to worry about the glass breaking and getting in someone's foot or something like that. And plastic is a little bit more durable. Everything up to this point you can use with a typical ground tent, but I want to show you guys, I actually did buy this off Amazon 2 years ago. Again, another thing that's been used and abused. I can't tell you how many times we've camped in this. Currently, we're living out of it, and it's been beat up. I'm able to crawl on it when it's closed. Very durable tent, and it's a budget. I bought it originally for $900 with free shipping. I think now it's at $1,000. But if you're looking for a rooftop tent, highly recommend this one. The last thing I want to talk to you guys about is a fridge. I no longer use ice, and I haven't used ice for about 7 months now. This fridge has been holding up fantastic. We plug it into a battery box that you can use a Jackery on or something similar. It runs on DC or AC. I'm no longer needing ice. It's very big. There's a couple different brands that make this. Mine's a Bouge RV, but I think there's some cheaper ones out there for like $100 and less than $200. I think $190. Awesome setup. Amazing not to have to worry about ice anymore. Sorry for the mess. I told you guys that I live out of this. It's a mess in here. I hope this video helped anybody looking for some cool camping gear for their setup. All this stuff here I use and is very durable. I know there's a lot of companies that make stuff out there. I wanted to show you guys things that are very durable and I use on a daily basis. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It means a ton to me. Also, check this video out right here. It's pretty good, and I'll see you in the next one.